What inspired you to get involved after Hurricane Melissa hit?
Well, inspiration. It's unthinkable, really. I didn't even think of anything, so it's very hard to say what inspired me because I didn't even think about it. As soon as I saw the impact, the damage, I just think I needed to do something, or everyone needs to do something, because from what I could see, it being one of the worst hurricanes in 37 years, it's just, yeah, I just thought I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna send some stuff over. I thought I was just gonna send 4 drums with goods and stuff like that people need, and then it just spiraled into just Sheffield just being incredible. And just we end up sending so far over 30 odd drums, so like 220 litre drums filled with like non-perishable items, tin food, rice, pasta, baby nappies, clothing, just to name a few, like tin mackerel, corned beef, them kind of stuff. That was just, yeah, it was overwhelmingly good from Sheffield, and I can only thank everyone who came out, all different race, background, religion. Everybody just came out and gave me that support that enabled me to send that many stuff. I was comparing myself to a few celebrities that done some stuff recently, and we pretty much matched a few of them in terms of goods that we've sent from Sheffield. And that's just from me. There's other Caribbean groups like Sedaka, they've sent stuff. There's, Caribbean Spice, to name a few. There's some other people that doing similar drive to me, but what we've seen here at RumKeg, it's been second to none. The Sheffield has definitely came out, and yeah, it's been great.
Because why does this cause mean so much to you?
Well, I was born in Jamaica, and it's deep within me to I'm a proud countryman, and yeah, that's it. That's pretty much it. My family, I've got family in Jamaica, sibling in Jamaica, so I would do this 10 times over again, even more, 100, 1,000. I'll do it again. And we're gonna keep working. We're gonna work, I'm trying to see if we can work with a children's home in Jamaica to be able to provide ongoing support even after the hurricane. Whatever we can do for them, whether it's funding or whether it's just sending over things needed, books, pencils, stuff like that, food. Yeah, so it's going to be a continuous effort for myself, because the damage caused in Jamaica, you're talking 5-10 years, even more, in terms of rebuilding, and some towns, you need an entire town rebuilding. So yeah, it's going to be an ongoing effort from us, my team here at RumKeg. That's what we're going to do. And we've got an event called Rumioki, and that's coming in December the 13th, a few weeks time. And that everything from that we make from that will go towards the children's home that we're looking to work with in Jamaica.
Yeah, because have you had a chance to speak to people back in Jamaica, see how they're coping with after the disaster?
Yeah, I've managed to speak to a lot of family and friends. I've got a friend who's lost his farm, so we need to support him into rebuilding that. I've got a cousin who's lost his house. We're gonna have to try to see where we can help that way. We've got family who part of their house is damaged, but they're not too bad. So it's just about making sure they've got everything that they need, food, drink, water, stuff like that. And then the wider community in areas, I'm gonna try and help where I can, the best way I can, me and my team.
Yeah, because like you said, with a farm, I saw like one egg farm had lost like thousands of birds. Yeah, and it's a big loss.
It's a massive loss. My friend who's a farmer in Trelawney, he's lost everything that he planted, or everything's gone. Even some of like his greenhouse and storage areas, that's gone. So we need to see where we can support that.
Yeah, because it was like a category 5, weren't it? Which is like the worst one, like
Yeah.
185 miles an hour winds. And
the one before that, I was in Jamaica.
Right.
So 37 years ago, I was 2 years old.
Yeah.
I was in Jamaica, and that I can't remember much of it, but I remember my grandma telling me stories of what happened in Gilbert. It was Hurricane Gilbert. So I was in Jamaica in that. I was in Jamaica when they had Ivan, which was like a strong tropical storm, and there's several other tropical storms that was bad, and several other hurricanes that had near misses, but you still feel the wrath of that. You still get wind and rain, and so the little wind and rain that you get in Sheffield here is nothing compared to that of a tropical storm in Jamaica.
yeah, we're quite lucky, really, aren't
Yeah.
we? Do you think the country will bounce back stronger?
Yeah, we in Jamaica, we don't know nothing else. You know, you get taught from young, when you fall over, you get up and you brush yourself off and you go again. That's what that's instilling us from a baby. So Jamaica is one of the most resilient place or resilient nation that I know. So yeah, I think people will bounce back, and you'll see some of the hotels are already reopened already. Trade is already continuing. Ships are going in, cruise ships are going in with tourists already, and this is 3 weeks. So that shows you how resilient Jamaica is.
Yeah, it's good to see. Yeah. So what led you to decide to open RumKeg876?
RumKeg876. So we've been open nearly 4 years, and I've been planning this pretty much most of my adult life, because I represented Jamaica as a bartender when I was younger. We competed against other Caribbean islands and South American islands, the Taste of the Caribbean Awards. And so I've always loved bartending, but I've always also done other jobs as well as bartending. So I've got a deep passion for bartending and making drinks, and just hospitality in general. If you come to my house, the same thing that I do at RumKeg, that's the same way you're gonna feel if you come to my house, because I don't do anything different. They say, my grandma always tell me, practice make perfect. So if you come to my house, I'm gonna make you the best daiquiri you can, I'm gonna make you the best martini you can, best old fashioned you can, and that's what I do. I just transform it into a paid hobby. So when we first opened RumKeg, I was doing a full-time job working with young people, and 8 months later, doing full-time as a youth worker and full-time work running a bar, not just working a bar, doing everything, cooking, running a bar. I decided that I have to make that choice of committing myself full-time to RumKeg.
Like with the appeal as well, running a bar is a lot of hard work. On top of that, you're also raising awareness for Jamaican appeal after Hurricane Melissa. How do you balance the two?
Balance my 39 years of experience on planet Earth have kind of helped me of how I manage that, and also my wife. She's been a big part of who I am with my growth. You know, I've had to listen to her a lot. Sometimes I don't agree with everything, but I might go away and take it on board, and then I just implement it and then thank her later.
Yeah.
So,
Happy wife, happy life.
that's it.
Yeah. So you mentioned a bit about the background in working in bars. Do you want to explain a bit more about that, what you've done in the past?
So I used to work in hotels in Jamaica. That's where I grew my love for bartending. Then I became the #1 bartender in Jamaica, represented Jamaica. Then when I moved to England, I struggled to get a job. I couldn't even get a job at Wetherspoon, so it was tough. They told me I was overqualified. And then I managed to do other jobs, security, youth work. I started youth work. I really like that. I enjoy like helping people. especially young people. I'm a big advocate of young people, and if you notice within RumKeg, we have a lot of young staff members that we try to mold into the best person they possibly can. And then I manage a cocktail bar on Eki Road called Jamaica's, and that kind of gave me a lot more exposure in terms of the hospitality scene in Sheffield. And then from that, I was at Kenwood Hall Hotel as a barman, and then we just we blossomed from there. Really, that's what we do.
Because you started a business during the pandemic. What was it like starting a business during those times?
But I didn't even think about it, to be fair. What I did was I started with selling rum punch online. So whilst I'm doing my full-time job as a key worker during lockdown, I just start making cocktails and selling them from home, rum punch especially, and we blossomed from there. So after the pandemic, I got my wife told me about a spot on Aberdeen Road, which is quite small and manageable. So I just decided to run with it, and it happened that my home away from home, meaning RumKeg, Sheffield, end up liking it, and it just blossomed from there.
Yeah, because did you start like a cocktail delivery service around that time as well?
In lockdown I had a cocktail delivery service, and it start from there. We did a lot of online social media stuff. We did a room talk where we go live and connect with the customers. So I'm a big advocate of connecting with customers, finding out how the day is going, what I mean? I think it's important when people come out of their house. I want to know how you're doing, you know what I mean? Like, I don't just want your money. We want to know how you're doing, and any way we can help to support how you're feeling, even if it's just listening or having a conversation. I'm a big advocate of that.
So you serve food as well, do you, here?
Yeah,
what sort of dishes do you do?
Yeah, we're not pretty much a restaurant. We do jerk chicken, and we do it well. So yeah, you're gonna get the most authentic jerk that you can get straight off the drum. That's what you're gonna get. We do jerk, like boneless jerk. We do jerk barbecue wings, and not recently we've expanded on the food side. And on a Sunday, we do what you call a Yorkshire roast, which is a mashup, a Yorkshire Jamaican mashup. So
I
you
like
get
the sound of this.
Yeah, you get jerk chicken, Yorkshire pudding, rice and peas, fried dumpling, mashed potato, steamed veg, mac and cheese, fried dumpling, plantain, everything. So you can have it all. A bit of Yorkshire and Jamaica.
Yeah, because what sort of drinks would you say the most popular one?
Rum punch is popular, but one of the most popular cocktail that we do is called a rock steady. And the rum old fashioned goes down really, really well with the more sophisticated drinkers.
Yeah, what's your favourite, do you say, out of the food?
Classic daiquiri, in terms of drink, yeah.
Sound.
So classic daiquiri and a patty, that's me.
Yeah, just had a really interesting chat with Junior about the charity and his bar. I'll put some links in the description. He's doing really good work, and it was nice to chat with him. Hope you enjoyed the video. See you on the next one.